Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Hellboy and the B.P.R.D. 1957 from below. Number one, this is from a series of one-shots from the Hellboy and the B.P.R.D. 1957. So that means these all take place in the past of the Hellboy universe. Let's take a look at the creative team here. This has a story by Mike Mignola and Chris Roberson, with art by Mike Norton, colors by Loughridge, and letters by Clem Robbins. In this issue, Hellboy, Professor Brittenholm, and the B.P.R.D. agent Archie Morano investigate an abandoned sawmill that is rumored to be haunted. But when they get there, an unexpected discovery reveals an even stranger source of the rumors. Hellboy creator Mike Mignola, longtime collaborator Chris Robertson, team up with artist Mike Norton to bring you this new story of strange doings. So every once in a while, especially when it's a one shot like this, I actually like visiting or checking out the world of the V.P.R.D. I don't read Hellboy very often, but I think when something like this comes out, or when it's something that just jumps out at me, I usually do a little video or review for it because I'm reading it anyway. So I like to check those things out. I think I think it's easier for me to tell you when a Hellboy book doesn't succeed and doesn't feel like a Hellboy book as far as doing a review. But I mean, Mike Mignola and the team, like his collaborators, have been doing this type of book for so long that it's really hard to critique as far as like, oh, this just doesn't feel like Hellboy. That would be the major critique, which, by the way, this feels so much like Hellboy. On a side note, I don't know if anyone else hears Ron Perlman's voice when reading Hellboy. I do. That's one of the things, like Kevin Conroy's voice is Batman. Ron Perlman's voice is Hellboy. There's a few like that, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's take a look at some art because I think Mike Norton just really nails, first of all, the pacing of these panels, like dropping you into the middle of the story, right? We do have a little narration letting us know where we are and putting us into the world, but very quickly, just within a few pages, we are set up to go on this hunt. I like these one shots or these stories because they feel very Monster of the Week, which I think is the main goal. Like you get all the Hellboy action you want, but it's all compressed into one issue, which I think feels great. And like I said, the team does enough. Now, there's a little bit much dialogue for my liking, but I think it's necessary in a book like this because you really don't need to know anything other than like the overall vibes of Hellboy to get into it. That's not a real, that's, and then we get to the action here. We go to the sawmill. Um, I I'm really glad that this turned out to be just a little more than a ghost story, because it is when they do stuff like this, when we have this giant monster thing, and I won't talk too much about it, but I mean, just look at the really cool design, and of course, that's gonna mean trouble. It's got this like steampunkish aesthetic, very much a great combination of the supernatural and a mechanical industrial type of thing, which in the 50s would be something that's way ahead of its time as well. So I really like the design of this monster. I won't go too deep into what it is, so you guys can enjoy that in the book. But I really like that. I love reading the conversation and the relationship between Hellboy and Professor Bernholm. I think they have a really interesting dynamic, and then including B.P.R.D. agent. I think really adds to the situation. Even before we get to all the troubles with this creature. So this is a really fun one. I know these are all collected with all these one shots. So if you want to wait, if you want to just read a bunch of Hellboy stories, definitely wait. I didn't see that there were many variant covers for this one, so I just picked up the regular one, which is what you saw in the beginning. But yeah, this is fun. Dark Horse knows that they can always rely on Hellboy and the Hellboy B.P.R.D. universe to deliver a fun story, and that happened once again. So if you read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone.